What it do? What it do? Mystical D signing back in, man. Hey, I got a very, very important video to bring forth to the community. Um, I'm I appreciate the feedback from the last video. I appreciate you guys. It's pretty early where I'm at right now. I told you guys I was gonna try to upload Sundays and Mondays, but here I am. I wrote down some ideas. This is a very important video. Some ideas last night came across my mind that I felt the need to bring forward and to tell the world. And I just hope you guys can relate. And if you don't, then I understand. It's all good. It's all good. Now, the title of this video, as you can see down below, this world we living in is hell. Real talk. I done wrote down some points. I done wrote down points and everything. I tried to really get detail oriented as much as possible about every little thing that I'm going to talk about. This video may be a little longer than the other videos, but that's cool. I'm just trying to get some points across. I don't want to take up too much of your time, and this may help you and this may help somebody else. Share this video, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys who be giving me feedback and everything, because some of you guys help me out. Like I said, I'm just a person just like you is, I'm not no different. On with the first point. This world we living in is hell. We already know that the food that they feeding us is poison. The food that we eat, man, my fast food restaurant days are over with. I cook for myself. I don't eat out anymore. I don't. And if I am eating out, it's not going to be nothing heavy. Like if I'm going to a restaurant or something, I might get some fries, but that's as much as it's going. That's as far as it's going. I'm not drinking no sodas, none of that. I drink straight water. Yeah, I can show y'all the water I'm drinking right now. I see that. I'm not getting sponsored or anything, but this is the water I be drinking. And yeah, y'all gotta understand the food that they feeding us are like poison. We're like guinea pigs. We're like rats in the cage, and they just looking and sprinkling the poison down in us and see how we would eat it and see what it does to us. You gotta understand that. And the water we drinking, the fluoride, I made a video about that, the fluoride water we're drinking and how it's affecting your brain and how it's having you all out of order. And along with the food, I forgot this, but the chemicals and everything they putting in the food that's allowing people to go crazy, and you're just messing with your chemicals and your imbalancing and everything. So it's hell, man. This is hell out here. And this one right here is very, very important. Satan's job is to make sure that the population goes down. And a lot of people are going by that. For example, now some women may get offended by this, but listen here, it's coming from the heart. I don't mean any harm. But they are legalizing these laws for women to get abortions. Now, if I feel sorry for the women who may have gotten molested, raped, or whatever, and then you just may happen to getting pregnant. I may understand your situation, but at the same time, you never know what that baby could come out to be. And for the people that's going around just sleeping around and then having kids and then you still want to get an abortion, I have no love for that. I have no respect for you. If you just going out here intentionally laying with people and making babies and aborting them, I don't have much respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you killing the population. You never know what that baby could turn out to be. This is a pro-life channel. This is a pro-life. This is not anti-life. You feel me? This is nothing that is going to promote danger to the environment or nothing. I'm just trying to help people. So I really need y'all to really just think deep about that. And you got men out here really sleeping with any woman off look at their eyes, man. You better sit your hot and bothered ass down somewhere. You can't be around a female without wanting to stick them. You feel me? That's a lack of control. Y'all have to understand that y'all have to get control of your hormones as men. It starts with the men first. If the men do not get their shit together first, then the women are going to be all out of order. You know what I'm saying? We got to lead by example. On to my next point. You got men going out here MGTOW. Men going their own way. Now, me looking outside in, that seemed a little suspect. Men going their own way. Men need the women just like the women need the men. Without the two genders together, we can't procreate. You know what I'm saying? Men going the other way. What you gonna do? You gonna start sleeping with men? You know what I'm saying? What good is coming from that? That leads me to my next point. The LBGT community. Now, I'm not shaming anybody's lifestyle. That's not what I do. I'm not shaming your lifestyle. But at the same time, we do know that a man with another man cannot make a baby. Neither can a woman and a woman make a baby. We know this, you know. So I'm gonna just leave that at that, you know, because I'm not trying to start no type of arguments or anything. But we know the truth. We know the truth. You know what I'm saying? A man can't lay with a man as a man lay with a woman. It's just not right. On to my next point, man. If you see today, there's a battle between good and bad. And the Bible tells us that it's going to come to a days where the good is considered bad and the bad is considered good. You know what I'm saying? For example, you go out, or you may take something minor, stealing it, aka you may take something minor, and somebody be like, oh, that's good. You gonna, you know, one of your buddies or something be like, go on and take it. You know, knowing it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Knowing it's wrong. But they consider it good, like, because it's so little and minor. It started with little stuff like that, just taking stuff. You know, it's going to come to a point to where men are going to have to really take a stand, because it may be another man trying to approach another man. Hey, you down? You know what I'm saying? You down with the freaky, you know, the freaky deaky? And you got to really just be like, nah. And then they going to look at you crazy like, man, you don't like men? It's going to come. Those days are coming. Trust me. Mark my words. If it don't, come back to this video and tell me. Tell me I ain't lying. My next point. Holidays. We are on the cusp of Halloween. Now, a lot of people on Halloween, some people love Halloween, but some people don't know the history of Halloween. We've all been told when we were little kids, ever since we were little boys and girls, not to talk to strangers. But yet you have people going out here dressing their kids up to knock on strangers' doors and say trick or treat, dressing up as demons, goblins, and all that. You feel me? That's satanic. Y'all gotta read through that, man. And y'all know, y'all remember a couple years back, right? They had this thing called the Purge, where people were actually going and killing people. And the year before that, they had that little clown scene. Y'all remember that? When everybody was dressing up as clowns? It happened to my brother when he was going trick-or-treating. He told me a clown approached him, and he had like a knife in his hand. This shit is real. And it's something about it. The crazy thing about it is, I can still remember. I'm 22 right now. I can still remember when I was 10 or 9 years old, I was trick-or-treating. I didn't know any better. I was with my cousins and everything. So everything was good. But a woman had baked cookies. Baked cookies. She said, do you guys want any? And I told her specifically, no, I do not want any cookies. She heard me loud and clear. And yet she gave me one anyways. Come on now. These people be out here straight poisoning y'all kids. Y'all better hold on to your kids. Look at me. Your kids are the future. It's 800 and some thousand kids missing a year. A year. Y'all need to wake up and protect your children. Teach them the truth. Even Thanksgiving. Why are we celebrating the massacre of another race? That's basic history. The Indians, all that, the Pilgrims, all that. They came over here and got massacred, and we call it Thanksgiving. Christmas. Nobody knows the day Christ was born. Nobody. Nobody. Why are we celebrating that? I'm gonna just let that resonate and let it, I'm gonna let that process in your mind. Why do we celebrate these holidays like that? On to my next point, man. The mark of the beast. I don't know if you guys know this, but they're actually putting chips in people's hands. And then eventually it's going to be in your head. And I got a reference in the Bible, because last time I gave you guys a Bible scripture and I didn't really go into depth about it. But man, if you got your Bible in hand, go to Revelations chapter 13. I'm gonna actually read this, and I'm reading from the New King James Version, so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. And I'm going to be reading from verse 16 through verse 18. Now hear me very, very closely, okay? I'm only here for educational purposes only, okay? Because the book of Revelation is coming to life as we see it right now. But on with the point. As it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or on the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Everybody knows the 666 letters and numbers are devil numbers. Look it up right now. After this video, look it up. Look at people starting to put chips in their hands. They putting it in their fingertips and stuff like that. That's the mark of the beast. You get what I'm saying? They're going to say, and it just told you guys right here in the Bible, you can't purchase or buy anything. Look what they're starting to do. It's already happening. We already living in the last days. And I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I really want to spread truth. Share this video. I'm telling you guys. I'm not going to let you guys astray. I'm not going to lead you down that path of destruction. I want to teach you guys the truth, because we've been lied to for years about this. But yeah, that's about the mark of the beast, man. Y'all need to really open your eyes about this. The music that we listening to is programming, the hertz, the frequencies, and everything. You know, all we hearing about is sex, money, and drugs. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm low-key, I'm tired of hearing that. You know, that's why I listen to J. Cole here and there. But it's not even about who I listen to. Y'all just got to pay attention to who you listen to and make sure that everybody, look for the ones that stand out, you know? Not for everybody that's talking about fucking every girl. That shit lame to me, real talk. If you got to give your dick to every female, you lame. You lame, bro. That's just my opinion. They controlling y'all minds with materialistic things. Y'all gotta look at some of these people online, how they be flashing their money. I told y'all about that. They flashing, they making it seem like them people probably the loneliest people on the earth. Simply flashing all that money. They gotta buy materialistic things to make sure they feel happy. And half of them probably done sold they soul already. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody want to be a rapper or something? Or everybody wants status. Tell me if I'm lying. You can't go up to no female that looks decent or no man that looks decent without them trying to, you know, judge you on your status, on how you look. You know what I'm saying? People are more concerned on the outside than what's in the inside. Tell me I'm lying. Y'all have to really read between the lines. Some people really don't care about you like that. They care about what you can offer and what you can give them. It's selfish. This is a selfish community. This is a selfish world. Nobody, you can't, listen here, you can't ask for a favor without somebody wanting something in return. You get what I'm saying? What happened to that? What happened to that? Everybody cares about status and money. Everybody. Everybody is leaning on their new age beliefs. Everybody got you guys out here sun gazing, out here mirror gazing, out here telling you you can meditate and your problems will go away. Bro, that's bull. That's bull. The only way your problems are going to go away is when you go talk to God. You know what I'm saying? People think their higher self is God. People think spirit guides are God. People think the sun is God. Bro, y'all better get out of that. Get out of that mindset right now. That's not right. That's not right whatsoever. Whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cares about that. What have they been promoting lately as far as technology? They've been promoting this iPhone 11 for the longest. And like every time I'm turning on the TV or looking on my phone or something, and I may just be looking at something very educational, and I see about this iPhone 11. What the hell is they doing with this iPhone 11? I guarantee you that it's a big agenda. It's always an agenda. It's always an agenda. The iPhone 11 is probably going to lead you to destruction. It's probably going to kill you. This 5G, that frequency is so strong, it's going to start killing the birds. I don't know. Look up this article. It was a couple years back. They put a 4G tower over an elementary school, and 2 little boys caught cancer around the same time. And this 5G towers, this stuff is strong as heck. The radiation on that, oh my God. But you're gonna have people so sick. What they want to do is control your mind and take your mind off the important stuff. You feel me? They want to take your mind off the important stuff, that stuff that really matters. Like for example, what's really, really important? Like for me, with my phone, every night I put my phone on airplane mode. You know how much radiation go through them phones? That what causes you to have bad dreams. The radiation, the frequencies that go through that phone. Who in here that slept with their phone by their head? I did it. I'm not ashamed of it. But when you know better, you do better. And every night I sleep with my phone across the room from me, basically. And I put it on airplane mode. You know, set your timers or whatnot if you got work in the morning and everything. And about jobs, on to my next point. At my job that I work at right now, they have made it to where you can get $200 extra on your paycheck to get a flu shot. What the hell are they putting in these flu shots? $200 extra? And I've told y'all, the money is the root of all evil. I know I'm talking long. I know I'm talking long. But listen here, I need y'all to really listen. Look, this is just a $1 bill. And before I even get started, I want you guys to take this as educational purpose. This right here be making us kill ourselves. Look at this. In God we trust. Boom. Look at it. In God we trust. What God you think they talking about? Lucifer. Lucifer. Now, this money don't mean nothing. Look. I want y'all to sit here and watch this burn. Because this money means nothing. Y'all got to understand that. You got people killing themselves over this. Killing themselves. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is for all my visual learners out here. Just watch it burn. Just like Usher. Let it burn, baby. Let it burn. We ain't playing no games. I'm trying to lead you guys to righteousness, man. Y'all got to understand, this money right here ain't nothing. Nothing at all. Just let it burn. Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? People who have millions and millions of dollars, but yet they miserable. Money don't bring you happiness in the long run. It's only for temporary use. You know what I'm saying? So watch it burn. And y'all need to understand that this is a very important message. Teach your kids this. It's okay to go out there and hustle and grind. But when you're doing it for the wrong purposes and you bragging about it, you gotta understand everything comes from the Most High God. Everything comes from the Most High God in heaven. Now that was just an example. And I'm gonna leave out with this video with questions. A famous quote from Malcolm X. The future is for the people. The future is for the people who prepare for it. Let me just ask you guys some questions real quick before I end this video. How many of you know how to read a map? Like an actual map without using your phone? Not bragging. I'm not bragging. But y'all need to learn this. How many of y'all know how to really use a map? Whatever state you in, do you know how to read the highways and everything? Without getting lost in nothing. You may get lost here and there. But how many of you know how to actually read a map? Okay, on to my next question. How many people know how to start a garden? No, just like literally go out there and start a garden. Know how to plant the seeds, know how to harvest them, know how to go out there with a hoe and get the weeds out when they start growing. You know, how many people know how to actually go out there and grow crops? These are important questions because it's coming to that day. What if the food trucks stop? What if the food trucks stop? What are y'all going to do? It's going to be people out here going on a rampage trying to kill everybody. It's going to be like a scavenger hunt. Y'all gotta think way ahead, man. Y'all gotta think way ahead. And for the people out there who know how to look at the stars and determine north, south, east, west. I used to watch Man vs. Wild all the time. I used to think some of that shit was crazy as hell. That man out there in the wild, like literally living. But it taught me in the long run, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's a blessing to disguise itself. You know, I thank God for that. But who really out here know how to read the stars and determine north, south, east, and west by just looking at them? On to my next one. This is my last question. How many men out there really know how to fish and hunt? How many men really know how I go out there and go fish and hunt without even having to go to a store to get his own product? Man, these are some questions y'all need to ask yourselves. Now, I didn't want to be too long on this video. I'm coming up on 22 minutes. It's going to be my longest video. Watch this video all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And share this video. Like I said before, I'm not here to spread hate or anything. I just want you guys to wake up and learn that this world that we're living in is hell. It's hell. And y'all need to wake up. Literally, wake up, unplug. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep coming y'all with these distractions. I don't care about that. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care about that. I don't care how many cars you got. I don't care. Do you know how to follow God? That's the real question. You know? But yeah, man, I ain't want to be too long on here. I ain't want to be too long, but I need y'all to really understand this world we living in is hell. And I'm going to leave out with that, man. Y'all take care of yourselves out there and give this video a thumbs up. Miss Go D signing out. Peace.